chief officer together with the department explained that what was mentioned was not actually Nambakapio, but it was a section of the road that is adjacent to Nambakapio. And that is why the department insisted that we maintain the road and the budget allocation as it is. But of course, there's a lot of push and pull to be able to supplement the money for pending bill for the department. And if the House approved for us, I think we will just allow so that they are able to pay for the pending bill. We are all in agreement, Mr. Speaker, that I think it is overdue that we complete the assembly, because it does not make sense starting a project that is magnitude as the ultramodern assembly and be not able to complete it in due time. So it will not make sense that this is the House that approves budget for the executive, but again fail to approve money that probably might be required to be able to improve or complete a structure that that members will wish to sit in, Mr. Speaker. Of course, I really like Honorable Billy's proposal that we improve the allocation for trade. And I remember yesterday he was very categorical, even in the presence of the governor, that we be able to add more money to this department. And I agree with him that should we have the right information about this number Capio, that of course gives the committee latitude to be able to take some money to that particular department. But as we see today, the department is still reluctant to transfer the money to any other use, and insists that the contractor will be on site and they will be able to pay part of the money. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I really want to thank this House for the support, for the input, and of course to the committee that we burned midnight oil to be able to produce this report, Mr. Speaker. We are very grateful as a committee, and I really want to request this House to be able to approve this report so that the county government of Kisumu will be able to perform the functions that are given under the County Government Act. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I beg to respond. Thank you.
Honorable members, now that the motion adoption of the report of the County Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the proposed Kisumu County Supplementary Estimate number 1 for the year 2025-2026 have been moved, seconded, debated, reply made. I want to put a question, and I put as many of the opinion that the said motion adoption of the report of County Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the proposed Kisumu County Supplementary Estimates number 1 for the year 2025-2026 be adopted, say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it, and the motion adoption of the report of the County Budget and Appropriation Committee on consideration of the proposed Kisumu County Supplementary Estimates number 1 for the year 2025-2026 have been adopted today, Tuesday, the 14th of April 2026 at 10:54 hours. And I direct that the recommendations of the said report be communicated to the relevant departments, and the implementation committee do a follow-up on the same. Next order.
Order number 10. Order number 9. Kisumu County Supplemented Appropriation Bill 2026 by Honorable Jem Kimokech.
Yes, Honorable Joaquim Okech.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to move that the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 1 of 2026 be read for the first time. Thank you.
Ms. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker and honorable members, the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, a bill for an act of the County Assembly of Kisumu to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the county revenue fund and their application towards the services of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes. Memorandum of Objects and Reasons. The Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026 makes provision for giving statutory sanction for public expenditure for the year ending on the 30th June 2026 on the basis of the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 that is recurrent, and the estimates for expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 development, and for the appropriation of the amounts dated 10th April 2026, Joachim Uke, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriations Committee. And the bill is hereby read for the first time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, by reading of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2021, the bill is properly laid before the House and is committed to the Committee of Budget and Appropriation to deal with it. We have read the report, so I will allow us to proceed to the next order. Clerk, next order.
Order number 10, Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill, second reading by Honorable Joachim Uke.
Joachim Uke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I proceed, I was just looking at if members already have a copy of the bill, being that it has been introduced in the House. But allow me to proceed that, Mr. Speaker, I'd wish to move that the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill number 1 of 2026 be read for the second time. Thank you.
Clerk.
The Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, a bill for an act of the County Assembly of Kisumu to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the County Revenue Fund and their application towards the services of the year ending on the 30th June 2026, and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes. Memorandum of Objects and Reasons. The Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026 makes provision for giving statutory sanction for public expenditure for the year ending on the 30th June 2026 on the basis of the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 recurrent, and the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 development, and for the appropriation of the amounts dated the 10th April 2026 by Joachim Uke, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, and the bill is hereby read for the second time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Joachim Uke.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, of course, I know there are concerns, but I want to tell the members that as we resort to the committee of the whole House, we are going to ensure that each member has a copy of the bill. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I wish to move that we resort to the committee of the whole House. Thank you. Let me consult the chair. Just a minute. Nerea to second. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. I rise to second the proposal by the Chair, Budget and Appropriation Committee, that the House now do move the Committee of the whole House.
Honorable members, as per our standing order, when such a motion is moved, there is no question put. So the Chair of the whole House will take your seat.
Chair. Honorable members, allow me call the House to order. I want to call upon the chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, before we proceed, I'd wish to propose that we go the guillotine way, and I want to ask Honorable Warindu to second.
Honorable members, Honorable Warindo has seconded the proposal that we go the guillotine way of looking at the report from the committee. That is the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. So we are going to go by clauses, and clause 1 up to 4 and I want to ask the chair whether the committee had any amendments in the 4 mentioned clauses.
No amendments from the committee, Madam Chair, on the 4 clauses.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The committee did not make any amendments in the first 4 clauses. Do we have any amendments coming from the House? Silence means none. Allow me, therefore, put a question that may, as many are of the opinion that the clauses as read be part of the bill. May as many of that opinion say aye. May as many of that contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. And clauses 1, 2, 3, 4 form part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. We go to clause 5. And I want to give the chair of the committee to tell us whether the committee had any amendments in clause 5.
Madam Chair, no amendment from the committee.
Honorable members, the Committee of Budget and Appropriation did not make any amendments in clause 5. Do we have any proposed amendments coming from the floor? I saw the Honorable Chief Whip pull his microphone. I don't know whether he wants to propose some amendments. Oh no, okay. Silence means none. So allow me put a question that clause 5 as proposed by the committee and approved by members now form part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. And may as many of that opinion say aye.
Aye.
May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. And clause 5 now forms part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. Now, honorable members, we go to schedules. Chair.
Yes, Madam Chair, I will give the report for the first schedule. And honorable members, the first schedule of the bill is on the recurrent. It moves all the way from page 2 to page all the way to page 7. That is the first schedule. That is the recurrent vote for the county. That is inclusive of the county assembly, and therefore there is no amendment from the committee, Madam Chair.
Honorable members, the first schedule of the appropriation bill takes care of the supplementary, takes care of the recurrent budget of both the executive and the assembly. And the committee of the Budget and Appropriation Committee did not make any amendments in the first schedule. Do you have any proposed amendments coming from the floor? Silence means none. And honorable members, allow me put a question of adoption that the second schedule of the bill, the first schedule of the bill forms part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. And may as many of the opinions say aye. May as many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it. And the first schedule now forms part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. And we move to the second schedule, Honorable Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Again, to the honorable members, the second schedule is the development vote for the county. And just for purpose of clarity, Madam Chair, just as I move, I know we are dispensed with the first schedule, but I just wanted the members to understand that all the votes have been captured correctly. And even if you look at page 3, where we were attempting to realign the vote for the County Assembly of Kisumu, if you look at page 3, that is 317 R105, you could see clearly that the vote for the Assembly has been realigned according to the CARA 2025-2026. So, Madam Chair, as I proceed to the second schedule, we have an amendment in the second schedule, honorable members, and aware that as I was reading the report, there were savings that we were reading, like we were saying the change maker money to be taken. There's a place where we took the money from the Department of Lands. We were looking for an additional 65 million, Madam Chair, to be able to supplement so that the development vote for the Assembly read 165 million. So that is the only amendments that we have in Schedule 2. And allow me to read, Madam Chair, that the second schedule, that code 314, that is D04, page 9, if you have the bill. Code 317 D04, page 9. And the amount required in the year ending 30th of June 2026 for development expenditure for the County Assembly headquarters. That is General Administration and Planning. And you can see there was a figure of 100 million. So the committee proposes the figure to read 165. And allow me to read that the code 314 D04 be amended by deleting the figure 100 million under the fifth row supply total and replacing therefore with the figure 165, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, the resultant effect of the change of the figure from 100 million to 165 will again affect our subtotal, and members, that takes you to page 15 of the bill. That once we have amended code 317 D04 from 100 million to read 165, it will affect our subtotal in the second schedule, and therefore the figure 5,885,391,262 be expunged and replaced by, Madam Chair, 5,950,391,262. Madam Chair, lastly again, that the resultant effect of the change of figure Again, once it affects our subtotal, it will again affect the grand total figure. And allow me to read again, Madam Chair, that again, we replace the grand total figure of 16,339,524,163 and replace with the final figure of 16,404,524,163. Madam Chair, those are the only amendments in the second schedule. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Yes, I've been told to call a seconder, and I want to call Honorable Pamela to second. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I stand to second.
Thank you, honorable members. We only have one amendment in the second schedule to allow for the increment of the 65 million to the 100 million for the development expenditure for the county assembly headquarters. And honorable members, the amendment has been moved and seconded moved by the chair and seconded by the member of that committee. Do we have anyone with a divergent opinion on the said amendment? All in agreement? I therefore want to propose. I want to therefore put a question of adoption that may as many of the opinion that the amendment be upheld say aye. May as many of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. And the amendment on vote number 317D04 as read by the chair, seconded by Honorable Pamela, and endorsed by the House, now form part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Bill 2026. Honorable members, that is the only amendment that was coming from the committee. Do we have any other amendment in Schedule 2 that may be coming from the floor? Silence means none, honorable members. And that means we now move to the long title of the bill. And Chair?
Madam Chair, no amendments on the long title.
Honorable members, the committee makes no amendments in the long title. Any amendments from the floor? None? What's a change? Where's the short? So, honorable members, sorry. Honorable members, there is no change in the long title, but the amendment in page 9 in schedule 2, that is vote 31704 to 165 million, effectively changes the short title, which is in essence clauses 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I want to take us back to the short title. That is clause 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it reads, this act may be cited as the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Act 2026. And now, because our figure changed from 16 billion, that is the total, changed from 16 billion, 339 million, 524,163 Kenya shillings to 16 billion, 404 million, 524,116. So it will read the issue of Kenya shillings 16 billion 404 million 524,116 out of the county revenue fund, 163 Kenya shillings out of the county revenue fund for the service of the year ending 30th June 2026. And clause 2 will also change. The county treasury may issue the sum of Kenya shillings 16 billion 404 million 524 1,103 Kenya shillings, 163 shillings out of the county revenue fund and apply toward the supply granted for the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026. Chair?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd wish to confirm the same, that the resultant effect of the changes on Schedule 2 affects our clause 1 and 2, being the figure given as the short title, and then the numerical given as read in clause 2. And I'd wish to confirm that those are the two changes as per the committee. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, I want to put a question of adoption that the clauses 1 and 2, that is the short title, be adopted. And may as many of the opinion say aye. May as many of that contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. And the short title, that is clause 1 and 2 as amended, now form part of the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. We come to commencement. Chair?
No amendments, Madam Chair.
Thank you, honorable members. The committee finds no amendment. In the commencement, do we have any proposed amendments from the honorable house? Silence means none. Allow me put a question of adoption that may the amendment as proposed by the chair, that there was no amendment by the chair. So may as the commencement as was published remain part of the Kisumu County Appropriation Bill 2026. May as many of that opinion say aye. May as many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The commencement of the bill forms part of the bill. That is the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. And honorable members, we are done. Thank you for your cooperation. And the sergeant at arms, can we inform the speaker that the committee of the whole house is done? Chief Whip, who are you? Where did the nominated members go? Only Alondra and Jegeje. The only ones who are always up there when we're discussing the budgets. The chief whip does not know where his members.
Kende. Kata message mesipi kanyo bentie ngomo mosa. Dongi kwa ima pesa. Madwa pesa maje. Ya ngama nege chandro ke piny ni. Elage. Dogi chan. Dogi si. Waited. Kung ato kita. Pero pinya gini kanya. The radio. Ito yan. Tulak waja. Ngano po ko. Oro po ko. Paso na. Budi. Security mini. Ito security ka. Ay. Oro po ko. En po ko.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson of the Honors Committee, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to report on the deliberations of the Committee of the Whole House on the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026. Mr. Speaker, I want to report that there were very few amendments. Actually, Mr. Speaker, there was only one amendment in Schedule 2. In Schedule 2, code 314 D04, that amended the development vote on the assembly from 100 million to 165 million, which subsequently affected the subtotal of the appropriation from 5,885,391,262 Kenya shillings to 5,950,391,262. Mr. Speaker, the grand total was subsequently changed from 16,333,524,163 shillings to 16,404,524,163. Mr. Speaker, those changes in the second schedule subsequently changed the short title, that is clauses 1 and 2, which now reads, this act may be cited as the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Act 2026. Issue of Kenya shillings 16,404,000. The issue of Kenya shillings 16,404,524,163 out of the County Revenue Fund for the service of the year ending 30th June 2026. Mr. Speaker, the second clause also now reads that the County Treasury may issue the sum of Kenya shillings 16,524,163 shillings out of the County Revenue Fund and apply toward the supply granted for the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2026. Mr. Speaker, those were the only amendments, and the rest of the Kisumu County Appropriation Bill 2026 were carried as was. Mr. Speaker, I reply. Mr. Speaker, I report. And Mr. Speaker, allow me call upon the Honorable Chair of the Budget and Appropriation Committee to second.
Mr. Speaker, I'd wish to second and confirm that those are the two reports from the Committee of the Whole House, and of course we only had one amendment, which of course the resultant effect of that particular amendment affected our subtotal in the development vote and subsequently the grand total in development. And again, Mr. Speaker, that again warranted the amendments on clause 1 and 2, which is the short title, because of the numerical figure. Otherwise, I'd wish to second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, I'll proceed to put a question on the report from the Whole House Committee, and I put that as many of the opinion that the report be adopted say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay. The ayes have it, and the report of the Whole House Committee now forms part of the bill. Next order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. Order number 11, Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026 by Honorable Jackie Mukech. Third reading.
Honorable Jackie Mukech.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd wish to move that the Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026 be read for the third time. Thank you.
The Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026, a bill for an act of the County Assembly of Kisumu to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the County Revenue Fund under their application towards the services of the year ending on the 30th June 2026 and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes. Memorandum of Objects and Reasons. The Kisumu County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2026 makes provisions for giving statutory sanction for public expenditure for the year ending on the 30th June 2026 on the basis of the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 that is recurrent, and the estimates of expenditure for financial year 2025-2026 that's development, and for the appropriation of those amounts. Dated the 10th April 2026, Joachim Oke, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, and the bill is hereby read for the third time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, when the Kisumu County Supplementary Bill 2026 has been read for the third time, and when that is done, it gives an opportunity for members to make any further changes if there is. So I want to propose that there's room for any further changes if there is. Looks like there is silence, so the Chair, Budget and Appropriation Committee, you can reply.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, silence means that the members are in concurrent with one, the proceedings, the interrogations, and finally the report of this supplementary budget 1 of 2025-2026. And I just want to take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, lastly, just to thank our members for walking the journey with us, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I know we have a very short time frame to be able to implement this supplementary budget. Therefore, we really want to call upon all those relevant bodies involved that we expedite. Of course, you have how you contact the governor so that we move with speed to be able to, one, ensure that it is approved in due course, and two, the uploading of this budget. Of course, there are normally challenges in how fast it can be implemented. Mr. Speaker, I've also wished to request that the implementation of this supplementary should not delay the implementation of our development projects, because our worry is once they start the process, then again, all other things stops in the county. So we only have less than slightly above 60 days, Mr. Speaker. So let's hope they'll do the right thing. Otherwise, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I beg to respond.
Honorable members, the Kisumu County Supplementary Bill 2026 was properly laid before this House and has undergone all the necessary steps or processes. So I want to put a question after the third reading, and the question I'm going to put is inclusive of all the amendments that were done therein. So I put a question that has many of the opinions that the Kisumu County Supplementary Bill 2026 be adopted with all the amendments therein, say aye. As many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it, and the Kisumu County Supplementary Bill 2026 have been adopted today, Tuesday, the 14th of April 2026 at 11:50 hours. And I want to direct that the Hansard report be prepared for onward submission to the governor for assent. Next order. Next order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and honorable members. There is no any other business to be transacted.
Honorable members, you can be upstanding. I want to request that once we adjourn, you remain behind for maybe some 2 communications, 5 minutes, so don't leave the chambers. But there being no any other business in the order paper, the House stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 21st of April 2026 at 2:30 p.m.